20 years after making these, some look better than others. It takes a long time to get used to it. I made, of the hustlers, I photographed 90 or so hustlers. The book that was just published has 66 in them. That's kind of the definitive edit. When you photograph 90 and you use 66, it's not like you're making a lot of decisions about which one is the best. I mean, I used a lot. People have favorites, that's clear. This is obviously one of them. I think that that's come to symbolize this project, partly because it's very different than the other ones. It's fully frontal and clearly an imitation of an actress, Marilyn. And I did not ask that person to behave this way. They just started to do it. But I used lighting that is very close to the kind of lighting that you would use in a glamour portrait. So, in a way, this mimics Hollywood photography much more so than the others. And people like that one the best. It's not my favorite, but that's okay. I think that's my favorite. I like the way that the reflection of his shirt makes his face blue, as if it's actually an intentional effect. It's an unintentional effect. And I always like it when something happens in the photograph that I did not plan, because these are very planned situations, and what you really hope for in the end is that something different than what you planned happens or is added to what you plan. And this one, unlike a lot of them, this situation really doesn't look like this. If you were standing there, you would not see this. This is a result of an instant that I take the photograph. That light goes off at maybe 1/400th of a second. You really don't see it. So if you were standing here, this light that illuminates this, it goes off really quickly. It's the same thing with this. The light on his face, which bounces off and it makes this blue, you can't see it with your own eyes. I only know that it happens because I take a Polaroid when I'm testing, and otherwise it's invisible. So I like that. I need to get a haircut then. For all you viewers, I need a haircut. Nobody told me to dress up today. One of the problems with the exhibition is that there's so much of my past in this. I mean, the room we're in, I did this work 20 years ago. And in the next room, the Polaroids, they're pictures of myself 20 years ago. And of course you change a lot. You know, in some ways, well, I think with age, there's no way to say you get better. But it's definitely a change. And everyone lives in their own sort of small world, and to be reminded of your past, like by doing these exhibitions, is really a contradictory experience. I mean, sometimes it's good. Mostly it's kind of a reminder of what you don't have anymore or the mistakes you made. Who cut your hair?